Systems on. Three screens green. ASUS Stevens. Clear for launch. Every breath is gasoline, cold and chaos, pixels and pain. One mistake and you're out of the game. Screens glow bright, heat in my face. Digital track, physical race. Robin's voice cutting through the crowd. Send it, baby, we're running proud. No reset, no second chance. Heartbeat sinks with the engines dancing the noise. I find my adrenaline's my song. Full send nation, burn the line. Every lap we redefine. No fear, no hesitation. Stevens Motorsport domination. Full send nation, rise again. Full send nation, rise again. 40 cars deep, daylight fades. We ride the storm that the engine made. No walls hold when the dream's in gear. You don't drive fast, you disappear. Set up sheet tape to the dash. Tuned by code and a flash of cash. Sweat drips down, white knuckles burn. This ain't practice, it's my turn. Grip the wheel, feel the grind. Chasing ghosts through the online mind. Every lap a brand new war. I ain't lifting anymore. Full send nation, red line ride. Fuel on fire, hearts collide. Triple screen thunder breaking the chain. We don't quit, we live insane. In gears we trust. In rubber we pray. For every wreck, another day. You better hold that line, AJ. Full send. Full send nation, flag held high. Daytona dreams will never die. Stevens Motorsports built to win. Light that fuse and send it again. Full send nation, crank that sound. Engine scream, the world spins round. From the grid to the finish flame, we own the night. Remember the name. Yeah. Stevens Motorsports. Full send forever. Engines live, telemetry synced. Stevens Motorsports, lock it in. Fuel in my veins, fire in my chest. Every heartbeat's like.
Good evening, everybody. We are back for another weekend of Yescar fun. first race up is our usual 3-lap sprint races. So we're gonna do Daytona, Dega, Daytona. Then we'll have our 8-lap splash and dash up after that. Guys out qualifying right now. You still have time if you want to get in here. Password is on the screen. You know, we're looking for a solid group of guys for tonight. We're at about 15 drivers, 14 drivers right now. Looking for more, obviously, but like I said, I believe we got about 3 or 4 minutes before things start to go live here. As we're watching a few of these guys qualify right now. What's going on, Diggs, Dan? And Diggs, no, it is not wrong to be headbanging to the intro. Always a good time. You know, I've got a couple other things in the works as we move towards another fun time we'll cover a little bit later. No, it's been an interesting week around my house. I know I've talked about it already on stream once. We got some new pedals earlier this week. Got that video coming out tomorrow morning, which should be interesting. Donnie, to tell you the difference, most of it is either 3 Newton meters or 5 Newton meters. If it was me, I'd go with the 5. So but no, hopefully we'll have Joseph Wint up here in between round 1 and round 2 to have our weekly questions like always. Oh, what else do we got going on? We've got Tuesday. You're not going to want to miss Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be a wild one. 7:45 Tuesday night. That's Eastern time. We got the first round of Road to Pro. Come to find out, they're actually going to do some split hopping on the iRacing official broadcast. So hopefully we'll get to see me, but perfect, Diggs, perfect. We gotta make things interesting. I don't have Dennis in the booth with me tonight, so you guys just get to hear me make the call, which can get boring from time to time. You know, unless somebody can coax JD out from underneath the rock that he's on, or, you know, maybe Robin, we can get a 3-way attack up here. But other than that, it's just me for the night. We missed a wild one last week. I've seen some of the video in the Discord. Big Duke called me about it, and it was a 4-way battle for the win in the splash and dash, which is wild. Yeah, Donnie, the 920 and the R3 are going to be about the same. I would, like I said, if it was me, I would rather go with with the R5, quite honestly. Oh God, we got some more familiar names in here. I see the lawnmowers in here. Connor Wallbeck. Still time to get in if you want to get in on round number 1. But otherwise, you'll be sitting and waiting for round number 2. What else we got going on? Yeah, so it's gonna be, the next week's gonna be interesting because today was the first day that I didn't have to get a WNIS setup ready in a long time, which was weird. But I wound up actually working on these pedals a little bit, and got some things working a little bit better now that I've had some time to adjust and play. Yeah, I spent a day losing iRating, I'll say that. Got talked into some road by Corn, and then Did some dirt oval stuff. So it's been an up and down day. Tomorrow we've got the LRN 500 after I get done running Homestead, which if any of you already have the setup for Homestead from PRS, make sure you go check your downloads. I did 600 laps today at Homestead to get that set up even better than it was. And we found a lot. I think we've probably got one of the best sets out there right now. I would put money on that. So now I know who VA is, and yes, I was using new pedals in that practice. Yeah, I've been using new pedals since about Thursday. So it's been weird to get the pedals working correctly. So well, Robbie, the big thing is I have been trying to focus more on consistency for Homestead, because it's one of those tracks that you can burn the tires off super fast. And so I've been working on tire balance, especially with like top split stuff. It's been really, really weird as far as like being consistent and being fast. So, Aaron, I did get the Simagic P1000 inverted hydraulic pedals. I really like them. I'm really happy with my purchase, and I cover this in my video. They are expensive. It's tough on the price, but it's one of those things that I've spent so much time and money into that, like, for me to get serious and be better, I've got to have better equipment, and that's just kind of what we went. So what's going on, Nate? Diggs, I will tell you this without giving anything away. You're not going to want to miss the next couple of installments of JD's videos. So, yeah, Robbie, it was, so the big thing that I focus on with the 87s at a track like that is I may look at like, okay, how hard can I push it? Like, how hard can I push it for the first lap? And then reset, and then start to manage the tires a little bit. So I know, hey, this is what we've got, and then this is how I can really start to stretch it. So, because fall off is everything at a cheese grater track. What's up, Keith? We got Keith saying yes in the chat. He wants to get rolling. Let's get this thing going. So 17 drivers, it looks like. A few of them didn't qualify. That's okay. Anybody can pretty much win here, but we're going to get our grid up on screen. So let's get rid of, not that guy. I got to go here. Oh, we got to go grid. Why is my grid not popping up? Let's reload the overlay, shall we? Good Lord. Sometimes things just don't work. There we go. Wouldn't be a broadcast without something messed up. Aiden Haller sits on the pole with a 42.544. Jeremy Boz going to start to his outside. Joseph Wint is going to start third. Zach Storm's fourth. Keith Powell is fifth. Big Duke starts sixth. Wayne Whitley is seventh. Nick Agricoli is eighth. Jim Gerleski is ninth. Ryan McCann starts 10th. Paul Lawson's 11th. Donovan Miller is 12th. Connor Walbeck starts 13th. Alan Stewart is 14th. Gary Freeman's 15th. Corey Lockey is 16th. And Andrew Winan's going to start 17th for this one. So let's get the timing tower. We'll get the logos up. We got to get our track map. We're just waiting for these guys to grid up here. We'll set our gap instead. But Aaron, I got the P1000i RS. So, Robbie, I actually based my set off of that and then started tweaking. There was a few things that I found with the springs, mainly the left side. I had to soften them up a lot. So, I'll bet you just saw the price tag, Aaron. I'll tell you what, though, there's a shit ton of adjustability in these pedals. I love it. I can trail brake so much better now. But, all right. Who else we got sitting in? We don't really have anybody sitting in Discord, which is kind of shocking. So, But we're going to roll off grid here. Aiden Holler's going to start out in front of everybody. This is a double Dutch file restart. And he can start anywhere between that wall and the yellow line. He is out in front of everybody. Big thing is he has to wait until the green flag to take these guys racing. But he can move wherever he wants to, you know, for that start. So, yeah, Aaron, it was definitely more expensive than I think I wanted. I think my wife about shit herself, but all in all, it's still having the adjustability and I don't know, the amount of firmness in the pedals and stuff. Like the throttle feels like it's connected to a carburetor with the way that the throttle spring ramps and everything. It's very, very cool feeling. So kind of neat. All right. Pace car should duck off once we get here out of 4, and then they get to go once this thing turns green. Then it's pure chaos for 3 laps. All right, pace car's off. And we're green. Aiden with a good jump. A couple of guys hitting that apron early. We're going to see where this first wreck happens. It's Daytona. You know it's about to go down. Down through 1 and 2 we go. Side by side, Jeremy Boz, Aiden Holler for the lead. Jeremy's going to have the runoff on the high side, and he gets a lead on him. About a half a car length. Aiden's starting to come back on that bottom side. They are all over the track, headed into 3 and 4. So far, so good. I think this is going to be Jeremy's lead across the line. And it is that time by 2 to go. See, Big Duke's trying to get up into the mix here. He's sitting about 3rd on that high lane. These guys are bouncing all over. Aiden leads on the bottom. Jeremy's going to have the run off again. That high lane's going to have that run off the hill. A lot of moving back and forth. We got a Valvoline car in the back that is all over the track. Aiden holds the bottom. Ooh, man, these lanes are moving around like crazy as we come off of 3 or 4 for the final time. Gary's going around in the back. 3 wide across the start finish. Duke's going to take it to the outside. Aiden's going to lead down into turn number 1. Jeremy Bott's going to try and come back on the high side. Aiden leads into the corner. Can Jeremy get the run off? Connor Walbeck wrecking in the back. 3 wide for second place. Jeremy Boss puts it in the wall. That's Zach Storms in the 10 car. Aiden's going to throw a block up towards the wall. He's going to try and control both lanes as we head down into 4. 3 wide for the lead, it looked like. Aiden's going to lead in 3 and 4. Can he get the drive off and stay ahead of Zach? They're door to door through the corner. Who's going to get to the win as we drag race off of turn number 4? It looks like, oh man, Zach Storms with the win. Wow. That was a damn good finish. We're going to go back and take a look at that. We're going to change angles on it a little bit here. Let's go ahead and Aiden leans on him, heads down to the apron, but it's just not enough as they almost go 4 wide there at the end. And then he just gets slammed into the outside wall. But that is race number 1. So it's going to be Zach Storms, Aiden Haller, Big Duke, Joseph Wint, Keith Powell, your top 5. But we're going to keep this thing right on a truckin' and head into session number 2. At some point, I'm going to have to do something with all these replays that I got. All right, let's find the correct one here. I didn't want to select a car. I just wanted to spectate, but apparently you're going to be dumb. I love software some days. Passwords, Yescar, if you want to get in and do some racing. All right, what do we got here? Kenny Bernstein drove the Budweiser King funny car. What was the year and car body? The one that was nicknamed Batmobile. 1989? And it was a Thunderbird, I believe. No. No, because the NASCAR team was in Buicks, I think. I might be wrong. I could be very wrong on that. It might have been a... It was an 87 Buick. I almost think it was like a LeSabre. Could have been an Oldsmobile, even. Ooh. If it wasn't the LeSabre, it was going to be the Grand National. Or Regal. Whatever you wanted to call them. The reason that I had a feeling it was Buick was because of the NASCAR team. Well, it wasn't a Skylark. Go for it, Diggs. I gotta see if... I see Joseph Wint is in chat. Don't see him in race yet, so I don't know if he's in or not. Oh, that ugly pile of dog shit. Yes, Joe, I will grab you. All right, let's get him up here. There's the man, the myth, the legend. What do you got for us tonight, Joe?
Oh, man, do you ever look outside and think how cold it is?
Yeah, I live in Michigan, man.
It is currently -3 outside here in northern New Jersey with a wind chill of -30. It is to the point where literally if I wanted to, go get a pot of boiling water and throw it in the air.
Okay, so the Gominator lives over in New York, like near New York City, that area. And he didn't say it was that damn cold.
Yeah, it's freezing here. I'm not at all happy.
Yeah, no, dude, I looked at the weather today. It was like 20 degrees, and I'm like, okay, it's not great, but if I pull up the weather here, let me grab it really quick. I thought I saw 40. 40's in my forecast for Tuesday. I can deal with that.
Ooh. I could deal with that too, but I can't deal with -3, especially here.
No, dude, it was like -8 one day when I went to work. I'm like, why am I doing this? What asshole told me I had to go to work when it's this cold?
The groundhog told you. That's what happened.
Wait a second. I know this cannot be true. What is going on? My wife is signed up for Yescar?
Yes.
And wait, there's another weird. JD McHaley is driving my damn car again.
Oh boy.
Oh, I left him
Looks
sitting.
like
I left them sitting in Discord together here a little while ago, so I'm not surprised by it. But oh,
I remember
man.
one race. Robin almost won one of these.
Yes, she come very close. I think that was the last time she raced. So Dan Shaver says 60 degrees on Monday in Iowa. I wish, Dan. I wish. Oh, good Lord. JD's
man.
making fun of me now.
So I'm going to move on to the question.
All right.
I'm going to keep it simple. Just one question tonight. Very, very, very simple.
All right.
But who is everyone's pick to win the Daytona 500 next Sunday?
Ooh. Man. Who would I pick? I'm going to go with Blaney and that super awesome Caterpillar he's got on his upper lip right now. I think that's gonna net him 5 more horsepower in the win.
That's one heck of a mustache he's got.
Dude, that
I
thing
gotta tell you that.
that thing is bitching. And he's got the mullet to go with it. I'm in. Like, I'm not a Penske fan at all, but I'm in.
You know what's funny? I saw him from like a side view. He kind of looks like a very young, like hot version of Albert Einstein. I'm just gonna say that.
It works. Yeah, I could see it. He's just not as weird. Let's see. We got 2 that are saying Kyle Busch in the chat.
Kyle definitely deserves a Daytona 500. He's been
so close.
He's been needing one.
So close.
But if I had to really pick, like, yeah, I want to pick my guy Zane Smith, but like Daytona last year was just not in his cards whatsoever.
Right.
I don't think he even made it past the first stage in both races, if I recall correctly.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So if I had to really pick who would go for to win it, I would love to see Hamlin win it for a 4th time.
Yeah.
After what has been through the off season, I would love to see that guy go out with a bang and win his 4th 500 and do it for his father, and just show people that, like, hey, I'm not done yet.
Right.
You know?
Justin Bell says hover car, which, Justin, you can just get out of my chat with that. I'll fully say that. I am not a host of our fan. So that's the thing. Robbie Harris said Justin Allgaier. And then Diggs said a hot version of Einstein. What the actual fuck is that?
You have to look at it just right. That's all I can say.
Oh, man.
Duke is giving you a shout out right now.
I could hear the race chat a little bit.
Which, by the way, did you? I was gonna ask, did you hear my pre-race warm-up last race?
Yes, I did.
So for those who didn't hear it, I'll just say it real quick in here. It's little words of advice, but I'm gonna censor one of the words just because you're streaming.
Sure.
Raise hell, praise Dale. Be like the Biff. Don't be a D word. Make sure your tray tables are up and your seats in an upright position. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. Thank you for choosing Yescar 3D as your flight. there are no emergency exits unless you consider the catch fence your emergency exits.
Yeah.
Good luck, have fun, and prepare for crash landing.
Like I like to say sometimes with some of these super speedway short races, welcome to the shit show. But
it works. Like I
yeah.
literally just thought of it one time. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stick with this for now on.
Right. We need a catchphrase for Yescar 3D. Like, you know, you've got welcome to the Thunderdome, welcome to the shit show. What would be Yescar 3D's tagline?
All I can say is if you win a race, you could get a decal from our store if we ever get one soon, which could happen. Get a decal that says I survived Yescar.
Well, it's like I got t-shirts for Fast Car that say I survived Fast Car. I can't, Robbie, I can't even repeat that on stream.
What? Wait, what?
Read the chat and see what BA put in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm not wait.
It works, but
oh man, your chat's hilarious.
Oh, it usually is. Something about
especially what happened the last time you streamed. You got both Keith and Duke in here, and they were just going.
Dude, it was so funny. Like, good God.
I couldn't even get my question in.
No, they were just going. I just let them go. It made for some pretty entertaining stuff. So,
well, actually, I did ask the question. I said, "Whose team are you on? Team Duke or Team Keith?"
Yeah. We had a poll, and I think Duke won.
Oh man, I don't think Keith's gonna like that.
No, I wouldn't either. You know, and actually for 11:30 at night, we got 20 people watching. So guys, hit the like number. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new here. We try to broadcast this at least every Friday or every Saturday. We kind of alternate. Every once in a while I miss a weekend with work and other crap, but we try to keep it lively around here. Oh my God.
What is JD talking about?
It's because he's in my paint scheme. See, you got about half of the group in here comes from the group that me and JD and Robin all run with. So JD's playing me at the moment.
Oh man. Speaking of which, I cannot wait for your fast car, slow car season to start up again.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun when I joined late.
We are 2 weeks away from the season opener, and we're kind of doing some cool things this year. We've got a whole track champions thing that we're doing. Plus, we're going to try and do 2 full seasons. So we'll have 2 season champions each year. So we're going to have something for them, plus an all-star race to end the year, which will be kind of cool. That's awesome. Yep.
That sounds cool, man.
It's going to be awesome. The all-star race is actually going to take all the slow car and all the fast car winners, and they're going to go up against each other for the all-star race. So usually they race separate, but the all-star race will have all the winners, track champions, and all that stuff from each series together. So it'd be kind of fun.
That's awesome, man. I will, like I said, I cannot wait, and we'll see how everything fares out for that.
I'm ready for it, but all right, but I'm gonna drop you back down where I grabbed you from, and then maybe I'll pull you up after the race, and we'll chit chat some more.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, bud. That is Mr. Joseph Wendt. We're gonna go ahead and get our grid up on screen. Jeremy Baugh is going to take the pole, 44.370 over JD McHaley and my fast-ass race car on the outside of the front row. Wayne Whitley's going to start 3rd. Zach Storms is going to start 4th. He's your winner from the last one. Aiden Haller starts 5th. Jim Gerleski is 6th. Andrew Winan 7th. Big Duke is 8th. Gabe Griffin 9th. Nick Agricoli is 10th. Alan Stewart is 11th. Connor Wallback starts 12th. Moving back a little bit further, we got a lot more in this one. My wife's starting 13th. Keith Powell to her outside, 14th. Paul Lawson is 15th. Bill Lance Jr. is 16th. Joseph Wendt starts 17th. Corey Lockley is going to start 18th. Justin Bell 19th. Donovan Miller is 20th. Gary Freeman starts 21st. Brian Brooks is going to start 22nd. And Ryan McCann is 23rd. But we'll see if JD can do something with that Stevens Motorsports paint scheme. You know, maybe he's decided that I'm like his idol or something. I think that's what it is. What do you think, chat? You think JD McHaley thinks that like I'm his idol and you know he wants to be just like me when he finally figures out how to gain some iRating? Oh, we love you, JD. I gotta give you some shit. Oh, and of course my track map is gonna not work. So let's reload that really quick. There we go. Now we got a track map. Oh, it's Jeremy's birthday today. So the pole sitter's the birthday boy. You think JD's joyriding in my car? I like it. I like Robbie's answer. His New Year's resolutions to be more like me. Ha! I love it. I love it. As a reminder, it is a Delaware double file Dutch restart. Jeremy Ba's going to start out in front of anybody. He can go anywhere between the yellow and white wall. Big thing is he has to wait until the green flag waves before he can go. Outside of that, he's free reign to start from anywhere. So let's go here. Alrighty. So once this pace car goes off, we'll make the long, daunting walk all the way down to the start finish line or restart area. And then get this thing kicked back off. This is round number 2 of the 3 lappers. And then we will we'll head to Daytona for another 3 lapper, and then we're gonna head to back here for the 8 lap splash and dash. That is probably one of the most fun races to watch. Pace car is off. Jeremy Boz is in control of the start as we get ready to go green flag racing here. We're off. And Jeremy gonna block that low lane with Keith Whitley on Wayne Whitley on the bottom. JD gonna try and get something going on the high side in that green and black Pontiac. He really needs to get a better version of that. I've got a couple of different versions. I don't know why he's in that one, but 2x2 we go off of turn number 2. JD gonna try and get that thing rolling. He's gonna add to the lead. See, I don't even gotta be in my own car to get out front. Wayne's gonna try and actually that's not Wayne, that is Zach Storms. Oh, they're dying in the middle of the corner. Aiden died hard there. We got 3 out front. That's JD McHaley, Zach Storms, Jeremy Boz. JD gonna lead across the start finish line. 2 to go. They're starting to pull a gap on the other 2 cars behind them, which is Winans and Agricoli. But half of that field wrecked. That is wild. JD's going to lead down into turn number 3. See if he can hang on to it. He's got to make it around here one more time. Storms could go back to back. It is possible. He's all over the back of JD. JD got a ton of time around Talladega. So JD leads at the right white flag. We'll see what happens one more time around this joint. JD's going to dive it off down into turn number 1 and 2. We'll see what he does down the backstretch. You're not going to want to have a mistake going down into turn number 3. You've basically got to hang on to it, cover that bottom, and pray that nobody can swing it to the outside. But remember, the middle line through the tri-oval is the preferred line. If JD can make it stick there and have a good run, that's where that win is going to come from. As JD leads off of turn number 4, down into the tri-oval we go. They're fighting behind JD. Oh no, Storms is to his outside. Oh, good Lord, they're sideways. Who's going to get it? JD's going to drag race and Zach Storms gets it. JD is not happy. Let's go back, and I want to go back and check out that giant wreck. Where is that? So we got our green flag. We're gonna look at Aiden Haller. We gotta find this actually. Okay, so it's gonna happen right here. Aiden hits the wall absolutely hard. Everything's fine. Oh my God. Robin drove all the way around that. Hold on. We're gonna go off of Robin's nose on this thing. Check this out. This is nuts. She just hits the apron, stays in it. She winds up finishing 8th. That's impressive. Yeah, so Zach Storms takes first. JD gets second. Nick Agriculli is third. Andrew Winans 4th. Jeremy Boss finishes 5th. So we're gonna save this. We're gonna keep on trucking, and off to Daytona we go. Oh man, that was absolutely wild. We'll get the next one in here. So back to Daytona. Reminder, password is Yescar. It's there on your screen if you want to get in to do some racing. We've got this one plus another one after. So you got about 10 minutes to get registered and everything. So if that's what you want to do, head on in. And I was looking to see if Joseph Went was around, but I don't see Joe. So, I did not catch the blowover. Sorry, Diggs. That's my bad. Oh, man. Starting to get a lot more familiar faces in here. So, I love when it takes forever for stuff to load up. All right, there we go. And we'll get this up so we know who we're looking at. I'm waiting for that Talladega splash and dash. That shit's fun to me. I was looking to see if my wife is in here again. I'm looking for JD. I don't see him yet. Oh, Robbie, he was not happy. He was beyond frustrated that he did not get that win. Oh, man. Oh, back to Daytona where everything seems to wind up in a bigger crash. What brand did Paul Newman famously drive for at IMSA GTO in the 80s before he passed away? Wasn't it Nissan? I feel like it was Nissan. Oh, Robbie, I've got about the same as him. So I only knew that, Diggs, because I've seen a lot of those photos. Well, I don't see Gary around here yet, Kyle. He could be somewhere. There's Robin. Looking to see who else we got in here. Diggs, they were some very cool cars. Oh man. Oh, that's why Robin's in the 16, because Jim's in the 33. Was trying to figure that out. All good, Diggs. Got a group of guys headed out for qualifying. Hopefully we get some better tight-knit finishes like they did last week. We've been close on a couple, so Keith Powell in the 304 car. Got JD back there in that rusty Terminex car. He's back in his normal paint scheme. You know, if he wanted to go faster, he'd have put my paint scheme on. That paint scheme's got a lot of wins here. Yes, Robbie, I will be in the 10 a.m. That's half the reason I was in all those practices today and did like 600 laps. Because I had to find some speed with that set, so we had to get some updates out to clients and stuff like that. So I was in the middle of doing a boatload of testing. So let's get the best lap time up. JD McHaley to the top of the board with a rusty Chevrolet. Oh God! Wayne Whitley is dead. JD's still flipping his ass off, and they're still piling in. Oh my God. There's so much damn death. I got a button for that. Robin made me make a button. Where'd I put it? Did I put it over here? My God, what is happening right now? There is wrecking all around this track. There you go. Oh, that was a wild one, eh? Somebody said they don't know how many licks it takes to get to the center of the lollipop, but they know how many flips they can do. Oh, Jesus. JD was airborne for a solid 100 yards. Holy shit. Oh, man. But JD sits on top of the board right now. So I don't even know if he'll get a chance to really throw it down like that again. He gapped that pretty good. We got a big field for this one, though. 25 drivers so far. So a lot of people signed up for this one. Looking to see if Aiden and Keith wind up setting a hot lap. Keith to second. And they're going to have the draft off of Wayne and Connor. See if they get a run down the back stretch. They might be able to top JD here. The big thing is they've got to get through cleanly. Oh, Aiden gets the wall. I think Keith might be out of gas. I think I saw him dive down pit road there. Still got a little bit of time. If anybody wants to get in and do some racing, we got still 25 drivers in here. JD trying to get a little bit better of a lap time, but I think that 42.413 is going to hold. Like, I don't think he's going to get much better. Now, these guys only got like 4 laps of fuel in the car, so they only get so much time to try it. The Justin Bell in the Nookie car goes eating the wall. Donnie, what do you mean by paddle? You talking about the shifters or the pedal? If it's the pedal, you'd be fine for a little while. You don't need to go with load cells right away. Yeah, nobody's coming close to that time. I just don't think that there's enough of a toe from a lot of these other guys. They're not close enough together for it to work real well at the moment. Yeah, all good, Donnie. Like I said, if you get the SRP or the R5 bundle, the SRP light pedals will be fine. You know, you can always upgrade later. It's not that big of a deal. I gotta imagine qualifying should be done here, I think, any minute. Well, Robbie, that's within reason, okay? Yes, the buy once, cry once method is probably the better one, but you've also got to think about how much money do you have to spend and what's in your budget. So, you know, there's that. But all right, that's the end of qualifying. All right, we're gonna get a few things off the screen here so we don't have things still showing up. We're gonna get the grid up on screen. JD McHaley gonna take the pole, 42.413. And then Keith Powell going to be to his outside by 0.034. Aiden Haller's going to start third. Alan Stewart is fourth. Wayne Whitley is fifth. Connor Walbeck is sixth. Jim Graleski's seventh. Paul Lawson is eighth. Bill Lance is going to start ninth. Jeremy Boz starts 10th. Joseph Wynn is 11th. Big Duke is 12th. Moving back a little bit further. Oh, no. There we go. Tell me I just broke this again. There we go. Zach Storms is going to be 13th. Andrew Winans is 14th. Nick Agricoli is 15th. Corey Lockey is 16th. Justin Bell 17th. Glenn Wummel is 18th. Brian Brooks starts 19th. Robin Stevens is 20th. Donovan Miller is 21st. Joseph Klein 22nd. Gary Freeman is 23rd. Ryan McCann going to start 24th. And Gabe Griffin is 25th. And since JD put that ugly machine of his on the pole, we unfortunately have to show this thing. It's kind of hit. I wonder if I got this set correctly. I don't. But that is an ugly paint scheme. Get our scoring tower up, logos, track map. Again, Delaware double file restart, so JD can start anywhere between the yellow and the white as long as he starts on green. Diggs, I think he found it in a cornfield. This might be the car from the video in December of 23 that won at Talladega. It might be. I think that car was a Buick, but they rebodied it to a Chevy, and then I think it didn't win again, so he parked it in a field, and then he drug it out here like a week ago. It's kind of like that Kyle Petty car that he won with at, I think it was Charlotte, that was parked in a field for like 2 years. I love it when Big Duke gets in on the lines to try to get me to stop talking about the poll. Oh, good Lord. All right, JD's got the lead here. It will go on green, so pace car should duck off, and we'll get this thing rolling. Green flags in the air. Let's get going. The question is how soon before they start to wreck? Because there's a stack up in the middle of the field. JD's going to lead down into 1 and 2. But, Keith Powell, he's got to run. Let's see if he gets something done tonight, get something going. Ooh, JD doors with Keith. They keep it rolling, though. Keith to the lead at the moment. But here comes JD back on the low side. JD gonna pull to the side of him. He's gonna lead into 3 and 4. Keith's gonna hold that line. Ooh, JD clips the apron a little bit. He's gonna stack up that bottom lane. Keith's gonna pull ahead along with Alan Stewart. Alan looking for a way around. They are dying in the back. Keith takes over the lead unequivocally over JD. Still side by side for second place. Connor Wolbeck. Is it Connor Wolbeck? It is Connor Wolbeck. Wayne Whitley shoots off the track to the bottom. He's going to try and bring it back up in controlled. See if he can catch back up here. Alan Stewart to the lead now. And Connor's going to try and swing it around the outside. Can Connor get to the front? He does! Oh no! There goes Keith! Keith blows over, lands on somebody's hood. JD's in the wall. Keith is dying. JD goes rolling. My God, what is happening? There is wrecking all around this track. Connor leads off of turn number 2. Oh, and Jim's going for a ride. Connor's going to try to cover Aiden. Aiden goes to the bottom. Side by side as we go through turns 3 and 4. Connor's going to have the run off of turn number 4. Can he do it and shut Aiden out in Daytona? Connor Wolbeck has the lead. He's going to take the win. Man. So it's Connor, Storms, Haller, Winans, Went, your top 5. We're going to go back and take a look at what happened to poor Keith. I think I've got it here somewhere. Give me just a second. We'll find it. But man, Keith went flipping. I think it's like right here. This is absolutely wild. Keith just right up in the catch fence. I mean, just good Lord, it's still flipping. I want to roll that. I want to go Keith's in car because that's nuts. That is nuts. I kind of want to see what happens. We won't go gyro. We'll go off the roll bar. Holy shit. I sure hope Keith's okay. He's gonna be all right, isn't he? And it landed on its roof. Well, that's a bad day. But all right, well, we're gonna keep it trucking here. We're gonna head back to Talladega for the 8-lap splash and dash. Now, this is one of my favorite ones of the night. You have just enough fuel for 5 laps. You have to pit under green flag conditions. No speed limit on pit road. But you know, you've got to hit your pit box, get off pit road, and go. So, all right. Wait for this to open up here. And I find it interesting. Big Duke has been shut out tonight. Where I know you got to be in the chat, Big Duke. You know, what is going on tonight, my man? See if we can conjure a Big Duke into the chat. I'm sure he'll show up at some point very sneakily. He'll just wind up over here in Discord with me. But yeah, that was a wild one for Keith. He signed up for the next one, so Keith's got to be okay. So I'm pretty sure somebody said the next one's up, and he just said yes, he'll be there. So this is Keith's ghost. I love it, Keith. Oh shit. Question number 3. What are the names of the pearl white Ford Econoline 2-wheel drive pulling trucks he used to run? I have no idea, Diggs. I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh man. Let me get that up too so we can see who we're looking at here. I see JD's in here. I don't see my wife yet. That doesn't mean that she won't show up. Well, I mean, I gather it was out of Michigan, but I have no idea. The white whale. Ah, the wife is back to Fortnite duty. Gotcha. It looks like they changed the mod logos to be shields instead of wrenches now. That's weird. Oh, man. Not too many people out qualifying yet. I figure they'll wait. Ugh. Sorry. They'll wait until they got a good group to get out there. Oh, JD's back out in the 31. Will it work for him? See, Diggs, when I saw when you said it the other day, I didn't see it on my end, so it was kind of weird. This is the first time I've noticed the shield thing. Yeah, Diggs, I don't remember that one, man. To be honest with you. We should probably set this to best time. So we've got that. How many people we got in here right now? About 25 or so, it looks like. Sounds good, Diggs. Oh, man. Yeah, these boys get done for the night. I'm headed to bed because I got a date with Homestead in the morning at 10 after the atrocious finish I had Friday night. So see if we can't get back to 4,800 and maybe get a win. Is Keith Powell, Aiden Haller to the top of the board right now. Still a little bit of time left if anybody wants to get in and do some racing. Just search Yescar 3D in the hosted sections on iRacing, and then the password is Yescar for tonight. JD trying to get some speed going. Bill Lance in here as well. JD doesn't have anybody to draft with now that he's on the outside. Oh, Aiden pulled off a 44.678. See what JD gets here. 45.488. He's gonna have to find somebody to grab some draft off of. Oh, as he puts it in the wall, so it's gonna end that lap for him. Oh. JD back out on track. Look at Brian Brooks in the 22. JD trying to grab some draft, but he's way too far back from these guys. Ooh, who's in the 93 card? That's gotta be, I'll bet that's Joseph Went. I'd be willing to bet on that one. It is Joseph in the Amico car. I always like the way that car looked. Oh, JD's got some speed. Trying to grab any bit of draft he can. I think he finally found fifth or sixth gear in that that Pontiac Grand Prix there, or well, it was a 2x2 actually. Oh, JD jumps up to sixth on the board. Oh, there's a lot of movement there. Looks like JD's kind of stalled out. Everybody going to start to catch back up to him. That's the tricky part with group qualifying. Yeah, I think once this race gets over, I am going to make a quick change to my pedals because I think I'm trying to get some more angle on my pedal faces. So the pedal like scoops from your foot. So you're kind of pressing down through it because they are inverted. So I'm trying to figure out a way to make my feet not want to slip off, and the pedal faces are kind of rounded. So I'm going to make some changes before I go to bed. Connor Wallbeck, top of the board, 44,233, which might not be the worst thing. Then he knows exactly where he's got to be for pit road, because that's the tricky part. Do you just not qualify and know that you have the first pit box, or do you qualify, pray to you get pole, and try to wind up out in front of everyone? I think I just heard the ghost of Keith Powell out there. I could be wrong. If the ghost is listening, he could key up twice, and we'd know that he's here. Connor, I think you're going to say that on on Sunday morning. That's funny, Keith. I love it. Oh, shit. That's one thing that I can say with the Yescar boys. There is no lack of humor around here. Oh, man. As for some reason we're looking at Aiden, sometimes the software gets a little weird. I put enough time into it, Connor. There is no doubt in my mind that car is going to the front tomorrow. All right, we're through qualifying. We can get a few things off screen. And we'll wait for our grid to cycle up. There we go. All right, last race of the night. Connor Wallbeck sits on the pole with a 44,233. Aiden Haller's going to start to his outside. It's a PRS front row. Big Duke, where you at, man? Keith Powell's going to start third. Wayne Whitley's going to start fourth. Paul Lawson's fifth. Bill Lance is sixth. Nick Agricoli is going to be seventh. Josh McHaley is, or I should say JD McHaley, going to start eighth. Corey Lockey is going to start ninth. Zach Storms is 10th. Joseph Wentz starts 11th. Jim Gerleski is 12th. Moving back a little bit further, we've got Brian Brooks is 13th. Alan Stewart is 14th. Glenn Womwell's 15th. Big Duke is 16th. Andrew Winan 17th. Jeremy Boz is 18th. Donovan Miller 19th. Ryan McCann is going to start 20th. And that is the back of your field. Keith, you ain't wrong. I ain't seen him up here all night. I mean, at some point he's got to pop into this chat so we can have a conversation about this, because, man, what is going on? All right, let's get some logos up. Get our track maps. All right, well, it's about to get wild and wacky, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to do an 8-lap shootout. Now, again, if you haven't been here from the start, it is 5 laps of fuel. They will have to pit. The soonest you can probably pit and make it is lap 3, but where do you pit to come out correctly and be able to finish up front? Connor's going to be on the pole for this one. Keith says that Big Duke can't hang. I mean, Connor's so fast, look like he's driving circles around the pace car. So I have to give Duke some shit though, because he is an EPI driver, and we even had a whole joke around the setup shop battle. He made a really funny TikTok about it. He called to ask me about it before he put it out. I thought it was pretty good. So I gotta give Duke a little bit of crap. All right, remember, it is a Delaware double file restart. Connor can start anywhere between the yellow and the white, but he cannot start until it's green. Keith, I know you're a marked man. Just don't go flipping like it's Daytona all over again. That was pretty wild. All right. Joe's trying to save a little bit of fuel. He's going to run up in here to the back of the pack. Connor's blended in with the pace car. I wonder what he's found in there. Have to ask him later if he found Tom Gom's pants. You know, because that's been a thing. We've yet to find them. They were in the pace car, and then they got lost, and nobody knows what happened to them after that. But pace car is going to dip off. Connor cannot start this race until we hit the green flag. Alrighty. Green flag's in the air. We're off. Connor kind of starts right in the middle of the field. He holds up Aiden, gets in front of Keith, and they hook up and they start to go. Looks like JD McHaley forgot where the shifter was back there in the middle of the pack. Aiden trying to get something going. Wayne Whitley going to bail on Aiden and go to the bottom with Keith. Down the backstretch we go. Remember, we cannot pit this time. You have to at least go one full lap before you pit. But the fuel confines are going to say that you got to wait until like lap number 3 to make the end of this race. Now, they do not get tires. That is not going to be a thing. So you're going to see this be pretty calm for a little while these guys try to race forward. I see Grilleski in that smoky Unique paint scheme. I always like that. That specific paint scheme, I can't remember who made it. It looks really, really sharp. Connor Wolbeck continues to lead. Keith Powell is your leader. And then it looks like Paul Lawson on the high side, that 20 car, he's going to hang on a little bit. JD McHaley going to come with Paul. Down into turns 3 and 4. Paul goes way up the track. That's going to open the door for JD to possibly shove it 3 wide. Unless he decides, nah, I don't really want to do that. And that's kind of what it looks like for JD. Ooh, as Paul gets really loose on that high lane. Connor's going to lead across the line this time. We should start to see, I would suspect, probably not this lap, but next, we'll start to see that first round of pit stops. So now this is where it's going to be key to know where your pit box is, right? Like Big Duke knows he's at the back. Connor knows he's all the way at the end, but you don't want to blow pit road entrance. I did hear a call for going down this time. Oh, Paul Lawson just wrecks in front of the field. Oh my God, Wayne Whitley's flipping his ass off. The whole field wrecks in the tri-oval. Well, that just got real interesting. If they could get away from Jim, or if Jim gets with them, I don't know. This could be wild. That was a big crash for Talladega in an 8-lap shootout. Usually these are pretty clean. So Connor's going to lead. Connor's going to go next lap. I think Keith's probably going to go with him. That's going to be probably the best bet. Alan Stewart is actually catching. And then it looks like, can't tell if that's Lockie or who that is. He's slowly reeling these guys in. Lockie's got him down to 1.5. He'd be smart to probably pit here with these guys. So we're going to pay attention to the front of this pack. Connor down pit road. Can he hit that? Oh, it's going to be close. Connor gets it slowed down. He's on pit road. Everybody came down. So Connor's going to pull off as your leader. Lockie's going to be right with him. Jim Graleski, I think I saw rolling off a pit road. Actually, Big Duke coming out already. So Big Duke making up some big time. So Connor and Lockie got to get gone. If I was Connor, I'd back up to Lockie so they could get going, because Big Duke and Alan Stewart are coming in a hurry. Yep, he's gonna let him catch up so they can try to get away. You can see on the left-hand side of your screen, Big Duke at 2.3. Can these guys get hooked up, get moving enough? 3 laps to go on this one. A lot of guys out of this race. Connor leads. They're at 2.1 right now. 2 laps to go. Can those two get moving and get up here? I think that's going to be tough as we go back to look at Big Duke and Alan Stewart. They're at 2.1 right now, down to 2 seconds. I don't know. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. They're down to 1.9 over Connor and Corey. 1.7 as we get ready to head towards the white flag. You know, Connor might be able to get some draft off of Glenn in the 1 car as they're starting to catch him. Might help him pull out a little bit. White flag's in the air. Down to 1.4. I don't know if Big Duke's got enough time. Connor rolls the bottom. He pulls off a turn number 2 really cleanly. Man, they're down to almost a second. Big Duke is hard on that throttle. But I think they're just far enough out in front. Big Duke's sending it down into turns 3 and 4. He's 0.8 back, running the middle. I don't think he can get there. Connor leads in the tri-oval, and I think he's got enough distance to pull ahead of Corey Lockie here. Wow, that wreck changed the damn game. I'm going to see if I can't find that. Looking to see. Okay, so here's the Paul Lawson crash. We're actually going to roll it back. So let's go TV1. You're going to see Paul tap the outside wall. He comes across JD's nose, and then he's trying to save it. It shoots him back up. Now all hell breaks loose. Oh my God, it's a mess. Just a mess. That was wild, but Connor Wolbeck,
Yo,
Corey Lockey,
yo.
Big Duke, Alan Stewart, Nick Agricola, your top 5. And there's the man that I was trying to summon for a minute. What happened out there tonight, Big Duke?
Man, we had a good time. I've been nipping on the Patron. We had a good night. We've had a fun night.
It be like that sometimes, you know what I
It be
mean?
like that sometimes, yes. Hey, we got a top 3 there. We got a podium. If we wouldn't have got screwed up on that early wreck, I don't know what happened there, but we kind of got we got way behind the 8 ball.
Yep.
But it was fun. We had a good pit stop and was able to come out, and we got a podium in that last race, so that was nice.
Yeah, you take what you can get, right?
That's right. That's right.
I mean, we had some good crowds tonight. The last 2 had at least 25 in them, or 20, something like that.
Yeah, those races were great. That first race was phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Those races, they've just been getting better and better and better. Really enjoy it, man. And really like it when it's broadcasted too.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I really wish I would have had last week's 3 wide finish on broadcast. I'm kind of bummed I missed it.
Oh man, that was a good one. That race was.
Yeah.
We were 4 wide at the white, and
Right.
3 wide at the checker. Like that race was phenomenal.
Yeah, like I said, I saw the clip that you had up, and I was quite bummed I missed that one.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a really good one. That was I had thought about that too. I was like, man, that would have been a really good call.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is.
I probably would have passed out from trying to call it too fast.
You might have. Yeah, there's a great chance of that. There's a great chance of that.
Sometimes these get wild enough. Like by the time I'm done calling all 4 races, I got
It's
no
like,
voice
holy
left.
shit.
Oh yeah.
What just happened?
There was a couple of weeks ago. There was one, and we got done. I said to Dennis, I go, I'm dead.
Yeah, it's a lot of action. I mean, it's condensed. Like it's a lot of action, man. It's fun.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
good
yeah,
time.
for sure.
Hopefully, we keep getting more people out here with it, and keep getting more people into the Discord. We got Truck League fixing to start.
Yep.
And running these on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Xfinity, and Friday, Saturday, in 87s, and also so we have been having the 0x bonus. And it's been kind of tough because especially on Tuesday, Wednesday, when there's just new people that don't have a clue what's going on, which is fine.
Right.
But I think we're going to come up with a participation bonus. If you get to 95% participation, you're going to get, I don't know, 100-point bonus. And if you get 90%, maybe like 80 or something like that. So just a way to kind of reward people for showing up. And then that way we don't have to worry about people acting like fools afterwards.
Yeah, that's always probably a tough one. So.
It is, man. Especially, you got guys out here religiously, and it's like, nah, no, man, it sucks, and it, like people get wrecked right after the race, and you got to try to explain to people, what's going on, and it's just tough to police all the time. So I think a participation bonus might be the way to go.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, especially with hosted stuff, right? Like that's always the tough call. Like if it's a league deal, it's a little bit easier, but with hosted, it's always interesting.
Yep.
All right.
So
Well,
tell us about your 500 coming up.
So Corn's actually got the LRN 500 tomorrow. It's 87's new Daytona. It's what 200 laps, obviously. Should be a good time. Custom fixed setup, which brought to you by yours truly.
Oh yeah.
But I think
we can talk later. Maybe we can talk about that later.
All right.
But yeah, I'm gonna be at New Smyrna Tuesday night at the super late model race, and then Keith and I are gonna be on pit road for the truck race Friday night.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, we got some pit passes.
We went down there in 24, and I'm kind of hoping to get back down there for another 500 again, but it just
man,
wasn't
the track
in the cards
it's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, well, so the first time I was there, it was 2004 spring break. We were down in Daytona Beach, and so we went and toured the track. And like the first time you walk in, it's like the place is just massive.
It's amazing, when you come up in that tunnel, especially that main tunnel there in turn 4, you come up out of there and really all that you can see is the little portion of the front stretch grandstands when you look back behind you.
Yep.
But as far as you can see, come up out of that tunnel, a little bit of turn 4 and turn half of turn 3 and turn 4, but other than that, you wouldn't even know you're at a fucking racetrack. Like,
Nope. It's so
you know what I
big
mean?
and there's so many
It's a
buildings.
massive. It's massive.
Yeah, I mean, so we were there for the truck race and they had something else going on that night. It was the year that it rained like crazy. And so we were there Friday night and hanging out, and we're on the infield, and my buddy Chris that works for Richard comes walking over, and I had my back to the grandstand, the main grandstand. We're sitting there right by Victory Lane. Like I can throw a football and hit the fence from Victory Lane.
Right.
And if you're not looking at the grandstand and you just look out, you just swear to God you're like in the middle of like an office park area.
Yep.
It's kind of the best
exactly
way to explain it.
Yep.
It's so wild, but
yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend. It should be good. I'm cautiously optimistic about this year. I'm excited about the truck series, man. The truck series is going to be a interesting series to watch. A lot of hungry new drivers coming in.
Yep.
Butterbean, I'm excited about him. I put out some content about him the other day. His crew chief Eddie Pardue, one of the sharpest minds in the garage, in my opinion. The dude is so even keel and just with a truck arm set up like what the trucks and the Xfinity cars run.
Yep.
Just that he's as sharp as you can be.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that pairing. Like that pairing has really got me very excited about the truck series. They're going to win 3+ races. You can book it.
See, I'm actually probably going to turn on the truck race for the first time on TV in forever.
Yeah,
with the amount of people that are signed up for that event.
Yep. No, that's that whole series this year is going to be lights out. Like you're gonna that and it's been like that for a while. Truck series, Xfinity series has always put on great shows, but
right.
I believe this year is gonna be wild for the truck series. I think you're gonna see some of the best racing you've ever seen.
Oh, I bet money.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to see what happens this season with the short track package with the cup cars.
Yeah, they got some stuff to work out still on that, but I don't know.
I think
digging on it.
This is my opinion, but I think now that Steve Phelps is gone, I think you're going to see some more movement.
But so that's the thing though. That's like, where is the balance at though? Because and I take you back to the Jimmy Johnson years, right?
Right.
What was the deal? You get some car got out there and they led, and everybody said what? They're aero tight.
Yep.
Right? Like that was the big deal. Well, now you're just aero blocking. So what is the fucking difference? There is no difference.
It's the
This
same
racing
damn
is
thing.
exactly like what we had with Gen 4. We just are calling it different. Maybe it's a little bit more exaggerated, don't get me wrong. But aero blocking and aero tight's the same fucking thing. We're still fighting the same ghost. We're still fighting the same battles. You're going 180, 200 mile an hour, like you're just gonna have problems turning when you're behind somebody. Like that's just the way it is. Like
See,
I don't know how you get out of that.
I think the big difference, and this is just kind of my opinion, you're not much older than I am, so I mean, watching, the Gen 4 stuff, memory's pretty good on this, but it seemed like the Gen 4 era, you could generate runs. With this car, that's just not happening.
But I mean, you could like through the field, but once the leader got out in clean air, bro, it was curtains. Like that was it. Like it's like you go back and watch. Remember specifically the first Nashville Super Speedway race. Man, the person got out there and it was gone. Like there was no other feeling better than clean air, and that's the way these cars are though.
Well,
And I think too, the names have a lot to do with it.
True.
The drivers are just not relatable. I can't relate to a 19-year-old kid that's been racing for the last 13 years. I can't relate with that.
Well, you
never will be able to. You know what I mean?
We'll see. And this is, I think we've talked about this before. NASCAR has the IndyCar problem of the 90s.
Yes.
where, you know, IndyCar, and everybody wants to blame Tony George for the problem that IndyCar had in the 90s. I don't think it was a Tony George problem. It was a problem of you saw sponsors leaving because you had guys like AJ Foyt, Mario Andretti, Danny Sullivan, all those guys decided to hang it up. Well, who's next?
Right. So you
Who
had
did-
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's a classic George Jones songs, right? Like
Who's
gonna
going to
fill
fill
their
their
shoes?
shoes? Yeah.
But you don't have like there's a gap. But if you look at what's coming up the pipe, there's those characters. When's the last time you had a driver come into the truck series that had a nickname? Like, I'm serious.
Well,
You don't.
You don't. I mean,
You
it's the
haven't.
same. It's the same thing you see with motocross and supercross. Everybody that would be considered like my generation, they used initials. Woo! You haven't had a rider that's had a nickname in forever.
Right.
Is it because we don't want to offend people? Is it, you know, there's a lot of factors that kind of come into that, but I feel like, you know, yeah, now with what you're seeing with ARCA truck, a little bit with Xfinity, I feel like there's some guys in Xfinity that probably shouldn't be there. Just based on some of the wreck fests that we saw last year. But, you know, I think leading up to once you start seeing some of the younger Xfinity guys, the truck guys start to make it to Cup, I think you're going to see a resurgence in the sport. But
100%.
but you haven't, like you said, you haven't had those personalities because everybody was like, oh, corporate. We got to grow this thing. So it stifles it, right? Now we're starting to see, now we're starting to see, hey, we need personality for this to actually work.
Yeah, you got your Carson Hosevars on Twitch nonstop.
Right.
They're really pumping Cletus right now, which is funny because last year they fined him because he was streaming, but now this year it's like, oh, stream. Anyway, but so you got Carson coming up, but then look at trucks like Mini Tyrell, Butterbean. Like we got nicknames, and we got people that like that's the thing. Like people, there was no draw. There's zero draw. Now, like it's for instance Ross Chastain, classic example, Melon Man. That doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of stuff that draws the fans. It's not the you can say the race. Yeah, we need great racing. Don't get me wrong, but we need personalities. That's the biggest thing that's killing the sport, man.
For sure. So I don't know. It's gonna be exciting to see what this next weekend brings. So I'm gonna have to pay attention to your TikTok, see what you and Keith get into while you're out there.
Oh yeah, there might be censored, but it's okay.
It might be censored.
Yeah.
So you just create a channel in the Discord so we just pop videos in it.
Yeah, maybe that might be the best thing. We'll put them on Discord. That might be the best thing to do.
Man, I know when I was there the last time, it rained way too much for us to get into any sort of trouble. So
yeah,
hopefully it's dry for you guys.
From time to time. It'll be all right. It'll be fun. Even if it's dry, it's still gonna be flowing.
Oh yeah, dude, just go through all you gotta do is walk through the infield and see the amount of signs that say "You honk, we drink."
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be a good time.
So, all right,
but I gotta get upstairs and get to bed, bro. Thanks for broadcasting tonight,
absolutely,
man. It was a fun time.
Absolutely,
good stuff, and we will see you next weekend sometime.
All right, bud.
All right, see you, bud.
Later. Big Duke, everybody. That's gonna be it for me as well. We're gonna call it good from here for the night. So thanks to the Yescar boys for having us back for broadcasting. Always a pleasure. Keith, try to keep that dude in line if you can. But on that note, everybody, we will be back Tuesday night. We'll have Road to Pro from Daytona. I'm nervous as an SOB, so we'll catch all you guys then. I'll probably have that starting right about 7:00, so be ready for that. But yeah, Tuesday night, we'll be back. Have a good night, everybody.